We're recording and we are edited.
Welcome everybody. Today is April 13th, 2026. This is the Village of Hannah City Council meeting. Everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May be seated. At this time, I would entertain a motion to go into a public hearing on the water tower EPA PEID determination.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by Sidak. Any further discussions, comment? And all those in favor signify by saying aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carries. We are in a public hearing. Present is Mayor Frixell.
Clerk Denise Sidak.
Trustee Weaver. Trustee Miller. Trustee Pearson. Trustee Johnson. Trustee Sidak. Trustee Holt.
Treasurer Slaughter.
Administrator Baylor. Okay. I have to read anything?
Yeah, it says that start the hearing with a summary of the project.
There was a published notice in Glassford Gazette regarding the hearing for today, April 2nd. The proposed project L17-7082 will include construction of a new 200,000 gallon water tower, including installation of valve control, building, pipe controls, apparatuses, water sales, new standard generator, approximately 400 feet of new 8 and 10 inch water main, demolition of old water tower and well house to include all necessary grading and site work. The IEPA has reviewed the above stated project and concurs with the applicant's findings that the proposed project has little to no negative impact on the environment in relations to construction. It's technically appropriate and cost effective unless new information is provided through the public comments to cause reconsideration. The agency will approve this plan at the close of public comment period. At the close of the public will be 10 days from 10 public comment period. 10 days. That doesn't make sense. There will be a 10-day public comment period.
So 4/23.
We close the business on 4. Yeah, public business. Anybody have any questions, concerns? This is basically just the IEPA saying everything that they've seen doesn't cause any concerns for them to get involved.
It's odd because they're the ones that are asking us to do it.
Yeah. It's just one of those things you gotta have in place.
That way something doesn't come up later.
Exactly. At this time, since there are no comments or concerns, I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Johnson and Sidak. Any further comments or questions before we go out? All those in favor of closing the public hearing signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. We have a public hearing and back in regular session. Present is Mayor Frixell.
Clerk Denise Sidak.
Trustee Weaver.
Trustee Miller. Trustee Pearson. Trustee Johnson. Trustee Sidak. Trustee Holt.
Treasurer Slaughter.
Administrator Baylor. Shanna's having trouble getting in. I don't know what's going on. She's going to try again.
Okay. Everybody should have a copy of our previous meeting minutes from March 23rd. know Mr. Sidek has scoured these for spelling and punctuation here.
Call it 1 second.
You know, I forgot I had a question about this. Unless it just wrote whatever. 'Cause I can't remember.
Not gonna be that guy.
And you're telling me because you want me to do this.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
Beautiful.
My brother always makes perfect.
Is it on our webpage?
Can I do one from here though?
From yours?
Yeah, from this thing right here.
Oh,
Yes, it does.
who made a motion for the minutes?
If no one did,
No one did yet.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they're waiting on.
Okay.
You guys can go ahead. We're just trying to.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Second. Motion by Johnson, second by Sidak. Any further comments, concerns, questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carries. Treasury report.
Couple of things
I got
of interest on the treasurer's report. There's a bunch of rock that we had talked about for the other of the building, so there's a couple of invoices for that. And also the invoice for Hometown Consulting is on here for the first half of their work
On the zoning.
on the zoning, that's right.
And there's a garage door for the building down below had to be repaired. That's great.
Garage door repairs on here also for Crawford and Franklin. Also, you have 3 payrolls in here because it's been 3 weeks. And the March 2026 interest at the Illinois funds was $7,320.
Nice.
And I
Did
went
the
back,
rates go down?
yes, the rate has gone down. I went back and put in all the rates for the past few
Oh, okay.
on here so that you could see the trend in the rates. It has gone down.
Christiana.
5.4%.
What is it now?
3.7.
Make a motion to approve the treasurer's report and pay all outstanding debts.
I'll second that.
Motion by Pierce, second by Holt. Any further questions, comments? We'll call it Weaver, Miller,
Yes.
Pearson,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Sidak,
Yes.
Holt.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Nothing for engineer.
Nothing under engineering. Treasurer's report, perfect timing.
Yay! We've been working on Title II. I think we will definitely, we're doing well on it. Just kind of making the changes that Brian and I, I've gotten the information from him and sticking that in there. And so we'll be ready by the next meeting to vote on it. Did anybody have any questions or anything else that needed to be added or thought of anything?
I haven't thought anything. Anybody else?
Okay. Other than that, it's been pretty quiet. I know we talked to Cassandra last week regarding a real estate tax sale, and so that's all figured out. So other than that, that's all I have tonight.
No, just that under the planning and zoning, we're going to talk about the zoning section of Title II.
Right. Have we heard any more on the Illinois American Water, Sean? We did get everything posted.
I get things almost every day, like data requests to Illinois American Water and things like that. I didn't know if you wanted me to forward you any of those. A lot of them, so far, they haven't responded to a lot of them yet. It's different attorneys and different people sending them data requests and things like that. They do send a lot of things, but there hasn't been any other move forward except people requesting information.
Okay. Anybody have anything else? Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Mr. Bailey.
Okay, so you've got a financial packet in front of you. Not a whole lot to cover. This is the 11th month, so we have 1 month to go. Finish out the fiscal year. If you look at the core funds for March, the income was really high, but that was because we got a solar rebate. So if you look at the adjusted sheet, I backed that out, so that can show you. If I take out the rebate from this for the solar project, what it looks like for the month. Then the next, you can see the breakdown of general unemployment, water, and sewer. Solar rebate is in the sewer section, so if you look at the adjusted amount. Usually on general, the big thing, the income that drives that is the property tax. So this time of year, since we don't have property tax, there are months where we're making up for the surplus that we build up in there. That's why it's negative. We did have some one-time only expenses as well. Then if you look at the core funds adjusted, so income was below budget, state income tax was lower, the local use tax was lower, expenses were worse than budget. We did the HVAC project, so we put in the new HVAC here in this building. Remember what that was? $7 grand, $9 grand? Seven.
Okay.
I put CA6 on there, but I don't think we paid for that yet, so I marked that out. And then we also had the zoning code bills, and we had some legal bills that were higher this month. Water was positive, income is below budget, sales were down, but commensurately, then the purchases are down to offset that. Sewer was positive, garbage was positive, with the evil number of 666. MFT, TIF, and BDD for the month all had income and no expenses. So there's really not a whole lot to talk about with them. If you look at year-to-date, we got all kinds of adjustments. So if you look at year-to-date core funds adjusted, we've got real estate income, real estate expenses, the alley money, capital money, water meters, the sewer solar rebate total, and then we had sewer loan payments, and the lagoon shed. So all in all, we're still ahead. We got $415,000 to the positive versus a budget variance of being $329,330 to the positive. So we're a little bit ahead of where we were. You can see, in past years, these numbers have been a lot larger. Every year we kind of get the budget a little closer and a little closer and a little closer, trying to get it to an actual number. This year, I think this year's budget rolled into next year will be even better. Year-to-date core funds adjusted. Then if you look at the breakout, general's 180 positive unemployment. Water, pretty much across the board, we've covered our operating expenses and been able to set aside the capital that we wanted to set aside. As far as general, the property tax was up, income and sales tax were up, gaming was up a little bit. Expenses were slightly better than budget, and because of that, the rock payment tonight, the $5,000, I'm suggesting we just put it into the budget rather than use the loan money, the bond money, because we've got it. So let's cover it there, and let's keep our powder dry on that so that we've got it for other things coming later. We're still under budget though on the rock, and Roger and Brad deserve a lot of credit because Farmington, all the big rock and both the bases of the roads, they got for free from Farmington. They had a bunch of rock that was left over from some roofs that they had, and they had these piles of it. So they've been hauling rock for over a month now, and they gave it to us as long as we hauled it. So when they built the base of the road, the big rock is all that free stuff that they put in. Water's positive, 169. I think our total budget for capital for the year was 150, so we've covered that easily. Sewer's positive, garbage is positive. Year-to-date MFT, so finally the income overcame the expenses, and then we've got 1 more month of income with no expenses, so that'll become even more positive. And then really for the next 11 months, we shouldn't have any MFT expenses. So we're just going to keep pumping that money into the Illinois funds. TIF is pretty much settled out at $52,000 positive for. I think we do have one more expense. Or is it in there? Did we already pay the last Jacob and Klein, or that'll be in this month?
Oh, that'll be in this month.
That'll be in this month. So we have one more set of expenses to come out of that. If you look at BDD, what was the cyber project? It was $160,000, if I remember right. That's why we're negative on the BDD, is we budgeted to pay that $160,000 out of the BDD cash. We didn't have enough new operating income to cover that, plus everything else that we wanted to do. We're pretty much only $326 off our budget variance, so that was fun. Yeah, so I think I covered all that. The TIF was positive, and because we didn't budget well with the increment, but I think we made the changes to that this year. If you look at the cash summary slide, that $3.354,275,000, that is, in my time here, the largest amount of cash that we've ever had on hand. But keep in mind that it is temporary, because we'll be paying the, after tonight, if we approve the cash adjustments, we'll be putting down a big chunk on the solar loan and then moving to an interest in it, principal and interest loan for the new calendar year. And we'll talk about that later. And then if, the Public Works building, they're supposed to start construction on it at the end of this month, and at that time we'll owe them another $120,000. So right now we've got the extra $30,000 we got from the Public Works building bonds in there, and we've got the 300 plus that we're going to put down on the solar loan that's sitting in there right now. So the good news is we'll have a couple of months of interest off of it. We're going to be putting a big chunk of that money down, eating into the cash. On the cash sheet on the other side, you can look at the details if you want to. Pretty much green. I can see a couple of monthly and year-to-date negative numbers. But should be, we should finish out the year strong, have a surplus, and we'll talk about that surplus in a bit. That's it for me.
Anybody have any questions? Thank you, Brian. Mr. Pearson?
Yes, sir. You'll see in your packet a year-end cash adjustment sheet with some suggestions that Mr. Baylor's going to review those.
Yeah, so you got the detail on the spreadsheet and in the back. We're going to kind of change the way things look a little bit. But the first thing is we're going to take general, and we're going to create two sets in general. We're going to have one be administrative, which will basically be the new general. And then we're going to have streets, and those two together with Public Works all make up kind of the full general amount. But we want to create a separate P&L statement for streets. So what we did, if you remember in the budget, we took a portion of the property tax income, the sales tax income, and we moved it. We're going to move it into streets at each month so that they've got their own income, and then they'll have their own expenses as well so that we can track that. So basically all I'm saying here is out of the surplus and streets checking, I want to move $35,000 of it down into, in the general checking, I want to move that down into streets. Does that make sense? So if you look at the other sheet, I think we've got a surplus of about $148,000 to move. We've been moving $35,000 to streets and $85,000 to the solar loan. Which is the next thing. So that's really the only intra-fund transfer. Everything's transferring within existing funds. The only intra-fund transfer is I'm proposing that we move $85,000 from general checking into the solar loan Illinois funds, and we put that down on the down payment to move to the principal and interest payment beginning May 1st. I budgeted for $300,000 that we would put down, and the $85,000 would allow us to put down about $325,000. So we'd be a little bit more. And what we built into the budget was putting $300,000 down. So we'll be a little ahead of that. But we could, if we decide, we could still make the payments at the higher level just to whittle down the principal. This is our biggest loan, our biggest interest rate. It's at 7%, if you remember, because we did it almost 3 years ago. So I want to get that killed off. But if we do this, we should have about $175,000 left on that loan at the end of this fiscal year. Which again, if we have a surplus, I don't know whether we will, but if we do, we could take a swing at that, or we could look at, do we want to take a portion of the public works building money, or a portion of the streets money, or a portion of the water tower money? I probably wouldn't do that. But we could take a portion of the streets money and pay off that loan at the beginning of the next fiscal year, and then just pay ourselves back. In other words, pay streets back, so we eliminate the interest payment and just pay streets back until, we don't have to decide that now. All I'm trying to decide now is we've been interest only on the solar loan until we got the rebates. We have the rebates. I want to throw another $85,000 with the rebates, and then put down $325,000, which means what we build into the budget we'll be able to afford, and then some. And again, we could put more principal down if we want throughout the year to pay that down further. Does that make sense? Am I making sense?
Is that gonna affect the rebate, the remaining rebates?
No, we still get, we'll still get about $18,000 a year in quarterly payments for the state, and we'll get that for the next 6 years.
Even if there's no,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah, and I've got that built into the budget as income, that those rebates are going to be coming in. But yeah, even if we pay off the loan, we'll still get that. We'll still get that money over the next, I guess it'd be 5 years now. Yep. And then the last one is under general savings. I would want to move $35,000 into the buildings and ground savings, because once we use all of the loan money, the amount we have back, if we move $35,000 into there, if it earns 3.5% interest for the next 9 years, which is when we can pay that loan off the first time, we'll have the $355,000 to make that payment and be done. So if we move $35,000 in there now, and we just let it sit for 9 years, then in 9 years, when it's time to pay it off, we'll have the money just to pay it off and be done with it.
That's brilliant.
I concur. Brilliant.
I love the funk of that.
So I do think we need to vote, because we're going to move that cash around. At least the interfund transfer, I know we need to vote on that one. But just to be safe, I'd like us to vote on all three.
I'll make a motion to approve the year-end cash adjustment suggestions.
Second.
Motion by Pearson, second by
Johnson.
everything sounds the same right now, so.
Yeah.
Any questions, concerns? We'll roll call it. Miller?
Yeah.
Pearson?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Sydak?
Yes.
Holt?
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries. Anything else, Mr. Pearson?
No, sir.
Planning and zoning, Mr. Holt.
I was talking to Brian.
Yeah.
He's got a copy for the Title II that everybody can go over. I believe it. Did you say it?
Yeah, so what you have in the packets is a summary of the zoning rewrite. So basically, this is a summary of all the changes that they made to the zoning rewrite. If you want to look at the full zoning rewrite, you've got it electronically in the packet that I sent you last Thursday, and then there's 3 copies here. There's one by Ryan, there's one over here by
Rod has the other one.
Yeah, Rod's got the other one. Basically, all we did is we simplified. So we consolidated down to just one residential, one business. And then we said everything else would be a special use that would have to be approved. Because there's really not many of those that we do, to be honest with you. So we can still do everything, but it just really makes the zoning code simplified. I was wrong. I originally thought the map was a part of this original project. It was not. So I've asked them for a quote to redo the map. where we would actually sit down and kind of remap the town. And
What do we have to do as far as GIS? Do we have to, since we're changing our codes, do we have to go back to Peoria County for GIS and have them do all that in there so they know, have the proper zoning codes?
yeah, we can send them that map once it's done. Let them know. I need to check on the procedure for that, but yeah, we would need to do that. To be honest with you, it's not very good now. A lot of times it's not even, up to date.
Right, but that's what I want to make sure that at least we get the village done, so.
So you've got a summary. You've got the actual details if you want to look at them. This is only part of Title II. The other part of Title II is the building code section that Sean is working on. I've given her the latest version of this. At the next meeting, you'll have the full Title II document that includes the zoning that you're looking at here to vote on. So you've got time to look through the zoning changes, and then we'll get you the Title II as soon as we can, and we'll vote on it and at the next meeting. And then once we do that, the complete code book will be redone. And then we will update it probably once a year. We keep a running list of anything we run into, and
Want one hard copy.
yeah, and then that's the other thing. We're getting rid of Illinois.
No,
American Legal. We've asked them for one electronic copy, and
which they don't. How are they going to get us an electronic copy?
I don't know. We just need I'd like they can send us a hard copy. I know they've done that in the past. I just want one copy of what we had in there just in case.
We have most of it already in.
I don't know what changes we made to it, but let's ask them to do one last.
Well, they're
before we cut
supposed to
the ties.
send you the updates.
Yeah, at least they send it.
Paper, and we're supposed to replace them in.
Yeah, I don't know that we've been doing that.
I have.
Oh, have you? Okay. Well, if you feel like we've got the most recent version, I'll leave that to you.
It's sending us an electronic copy. I mean,
They'll send you a disc.
we don't have anything that plays a disc.
Yeah, we do.
Not here.
Yes, somebody.
Oh.
We have something.
Anyway, the new process will be as we make changes in these meetings, we'll make notes of things that we need to go back to the book and change. Sonner keeps a running list just like she does with the budget. And during the slow times of the year, we'll make the changes, bring them in here, vote on them, and be done with it. That way, I don't know how much we're saving with American Legal, but
Well, every time we send them something, when I was doing it,
Yeah, we'll
it
get
was like
charged.
400
yeah, all that goes away.
for one word. It didn't matter.
Yep. Yep. So we're not asking for a vote on anything tonight, just making sure that you guys have a chance to review it. Go from
I
there.
have
Yeah, Shannon.
I have a question for you, for everyone, but I know when Brian and I were talking originally about Title II, Brian, you mentioned a solar section and an annexation section. Do you still want those in Title II?
Yeah, we can talk about that. We've got some information here. I'd like the annexation process to be put in there,
Okay.
but I need to get that from Sarah. I don't know if we have the solar permits covered elsewhere. Do you know? Do you remember?
I don't think it's anywhere else in the
Okay.
code.
Yeah, I'll talk to Sarah about that because we've got information, and it wouldn't be a ton. I just want the annexation process and the rules to be included, so people
Okay.
have that information.
Okay. Okay. And then one thing I wanted to ask you, and I know it's when we did Title V, which was the business regulation section, I mentioned that it's a constitutional issue that you have to have someplace to put adult businesses. I didn't know, I did not see it in the Title II portion you sent me.
When we redo the map, we'll identify and locate those areas, but they will fall most likely under the business
Under the
section.
business instead of industrial. Okay.
I mean, I got to work through that, but the new zoning map will show where we would allow those if we had to have them.
Okay.
And I don't know where that will be yet, but we've got to work through that. But
Well,
that'll,
I figured that was something you'd have to, kind of make sure it was in the place where you wanted them to be so that they would not be affecting other things. But I did want to bring that up since that's a
no, I appreciate it.
Okay.
So I'm excited to have a completely customized Hannah City code book.
Finally.
Yeah, year and a half.
Anything else, Mr. Holt?
No, sir.
Sanitary sewer, Mr. Johnson.
Nothing to report.
Water, Mr. Johnson.
Nothing to report.
Business grounds, Mr. Weaver.
We have some additional rock.
Yep. To finish out the roads.
This J&L dock, is that one we already approved at 2,200?
Did we already do that?
Yeah, it's in the treasurer's report.
Okay, good.
And then I assume that this additional stuff is invoice here from B&B.
Yep. And then there's another one for 800.
It's also at the end.
Is B&B delivering this stuff?
No, that was the reason there's so many of them is Brad's been hauling it. I think the way that's been done. That's why there's
So,
some.
but the $20 is the cost of the rock.
Correct.
Per ton.
I think. I don't know.
So we have an
Is that high?
additional
Well,
invoice?
but this shows this is B&B equipment. So what?
I can have call Roger.
Yeah, because it says please make check payable to B&B equipment.
And that's where they've been getting it. It's Bologna or something. I don't.
Oh, okay.
I probably-
They've been getting their rock there
Yeah.
for $20 a ton.
Yeah.
And then hauling it.
Oh,
So we did not get any from J&L,
We did. There's another.
Yeah, there's 3 versions.
but we got more from B&B. Okay, for a total of the last page. Right.
Yeah, so the plan was Roger, if I remember right, the B&B was Roger was picking it up and hauling it to lower the cost. So we did the other 2 were making the kind of emergency because we were doing the work and we needed the additional rock.
I don't know how much cost savings you have making 24 trips.
And can be silver.
$5 a gallon.
Yeah, I don't know.
So do we have 2 bills?
Yeah, that's
3
an extra.
actually.
That's another invoice you're looking at.
Okay.
So we have 2 unpaid or unapproved, right?
Well, they're all on the treasurer's report that they just approved. So.
Oh, so they've already all been paid, so.
Yeah.
Or going to be
They're going
paid,
to
so
be paid,
they're already
yeah.
approved, so.
The checks are all written over there. So.
I thought. Looks like I'm seeing double.
Okay, so we don't need that.
They've been
We don't need
paid,
to
they
vote.
haven't.
No.
They've been approved, they have not been
Tonight.
paid.
Right. Oh,
I
I
mean,
thought
if
you
we
said
have
they
issues-
were on the treasurer report.
They are, they've been approved for payment.
But the treasurer's report isn't paid because the checks are here tonight and they sign the checks and then we actually send them out. So if there's any concerns with this, we can always pull those back.
And who's this one from?
That's B&B as well.
Okay. So we just have,
So it'd be the what, 1920 plus the 800?
2720.
Yep, 2720 right there.
So we got it for 2722 for B&B equipment.
Yep, we did.
It's already been approved. Don't need to vote on it, we've already paid for it.
I guess want to make sure you don't have any concerns. Do those numbers look high to you? Is that or off to you in some way?
Yeah, I mean,
So we needed more than 80 tons.
Correct.
Yes.
it does to me now, but that doesn't. I haven't looked at rock prices for 6 years. So.
Well, the good news is, as far as the overall budget, because of the free rock from Farmington, we're still under budget even with these payments for
Because
what we had allocated for the rock.
We got all the base rock in for free.
Okay, so there is no vote.
No vote.
Okay.
Okay, then, that's all I have.
Nothing under streets and alleys, sir?
No.
CEDC, Mr. Sidak?
Nothing to report.
Wow. Mr. Miller?
The grant deadline's the end of this month. So once that's done, we'll get with you, Sarah and I, and we'll kind of go through what we've got.
Here's a lot.
And then we'll have, right now, I think it's June 3rd, maybe, I'm looking at
See,
the
he's not
CEDC meeting. But
Did you
I'll-
tell
we'll
him?
communicate that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
my spirit.
And then you are doing the Farmington Academic Scholarship. That is when?
April 30th.
April 30th. Mr. Miller?
So I have nothing for April yet, but from March 23rd to the 31st, there was 6 calls. 1 accident and injury, standby, keep the peace, business check, disordered conduct, standby, keep the peace, and service to other agencies. And that's it.
Yeah, March 1st to March 31st.
Did we go through all that when I wasn't here?
No, we
I don't
had
think so.
February the last time.
Yeah, I don't think we have. We're not going to go through any of them.
Well,
Because we always get them.
This is all I've gotten.
Yeah, we're going to probably end up getting them a month late.
I thought they were
Okay.
supposed to might have a total.
I don't think they've got the final
Oh,
report structure done yet.
okay. I totally missed March.
It's the Hannah City.
It's neighbor
Yeah, it's Hannah City Bank.
trouble. Yeah, it's neighbor trouble.
I don't know, but
Trouble with the neighbor.
that's
Yeah.
the bank.
That's the trouble.
That's what I was just saying.
Fun story about the child life.
Yeah, well, the arcing is kind of scary too. I didn't hear about that.
The child liked a vehicle, apparently. It was a kid trapped in the swing set at the church, but it was like the
Yeah.
shape of a car, so when they called it in, they thought it was a child actually trapped in a vehicle.
My
You're
daughter
joking.
told me
No, I
about
watched
that.
the whole thing. One of my students, it was on the
My daughter said the fire department and ambulance, the police all showed up.
Yeah.
it was like a kid like trapped inside of one of the swings.
Oh my gosh.
And they put it. That's awesome. Oh.
Okay, so do I just count each entry and make that the total?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Do I count each entry and make that the total incident?
I would think so.
Okay.
I got 29. When do you get it?
Okay.
Yeah, 29 or 30.
That's what I got. I'm putting case numbers out here, so that's cool.
Yeah, 29. So that's March 1st to March 31st. One structure fire. This house is damaged. You see the plate? This plate.
Anything else, Mr. Miller?
No, that's it.
Anybody else have anything else to come before the board? Our next board meeting is April 27th, 6 p.m. Anybody else have anything else to come before the board? Meeting adjourned.
That's it.